Every morning, Daniel woke up tired, even after a full night of sleep. His body rested, but his mind never did. While brushing his teeth, thoughts rushed in. Things he said years ago, mistakes that still felt fresh. Fears about money, work, and the future. On the bus to work, he stared out the window but saw nothing. His mind argued with itself. One thought pushed another away. He tried to force himself to think positive, but it only made the noise louder. At work, he smiled when needed. Inside, he felt heavy. By night, when the world grew quiet, his thoughts grew louder. He fought them until sleep finally came, exhausted and restless. One evening, after another long day, Daniel walked without direction. His feet carried him to a small park he had never noticed before. The place was quiet. An old bench sat under a large tree. An elderly man was there, feeding birds slowly, calmly. No hurry, no phone, just presence. Daniel sat at the far end of the bench. They did not speak at first. The silence felt strange, but gentle. After a while, the man said softly, "You look like someone who hasn't rested in a long time." Daniel didn't know why, but those words stayed with him. He felt seen, not judged. The man stood up and walked toward a small path leading deeper into the park. Before leaving, he said, "Come back tomorrow morning, if you want quiet." That night, Daniel thought about it. Part of him wanted to ignore it. Another part felt curious. Tired of fighting his own mind, he decided to try. The next morning, he woke earlier than usual. The city was still sleepy. The air felt cool. He walked to the park, feeling unsure. The old man was already there, standing near a small pond. The water was still, reflecting the sky. Without many words, the man handed Daniel a small bowl filled with sand. "Walk around the pond," he said. "Hold this with both hands. Try not to spill it." That was all. No advice, no long speech. Daniel felt confused, but unhurried, he began to walk. The path was uneven. Birds fluttered nearby. A dog barked in the distance. His arms felt tense as he focused on the bowl. With every step, his mind tried to wander. Thoughts rushed in, as usual, but when they did, the sand shifted. A few grains fell. Isladon adjusted his grip, breathed carefully. The world around him felt loud at first. Cars passing, leaves mowing, footsteps behind him. He kept walking. Careful, present, his breathing soft. The noise didn't disappear, but it felt farther away. His attention stayed with the bowl, with the weight, with his steps. When he returned, the man looked at the bowl and smiled. Some sand was gone. Most of it remained. "You didn't fail," the man said gently. "You walked." Daniel looked confused. "I was trying not to spill," he said. The man nodded. "And while trying, you noticed." He paused, then spoke slowly. "Your thoughts are like the sand. When you fight them, you spill more. When you hold them gently, they settle on their own." Daniel listened. "No rush. You don't need to chase thoughts away," the man continued. "You only need to stop wrestling with them." Daniel felt something loosen inside him. Not excitement, not joy, just relief. In the days that followed, Daniel didn't become a new person overnight. Thoughts still came, fear still visited, but something changed. When his mind grew loud, he noticed his breath, his steps, the weight of his body. He stopped shouting at his thoughts. He let them pass like clouds. On his way to work, he noticed the morning light. At night, sleep came easier. Not perfect, but kinder. One evening, he returned to the park. The bench was empty. The pond was still. He sat quietly. No bowl, no task, just presence. And for the first time in a long while, Daniel wasn't fighting his thoughts. He was letting go. If this story brought you a moment of calm, you may like, share, or subscribe, and walk with us again in another quiet story.